Okay, so here is lesson 9.8. A large pizza has a radius of 7 inches. How many inches long is the crust for the entire pizza? So that means how long is it all the way around? Well, that is the circumference. Okay, so that means circumference, remember we talked about, was 2 pi r. Well, if the radius is 7, so 2 pi 7 is, let me get out my calculator. So just plugging the number into the formula. Remember, circumference equals 2 pi r. Just a reminder. Mrs. Gaius cuts a slice of pizza that makes an angle of 62 degrees. What fraction of the whole circle is this angle? Well, fraction, part over the whole, so this is the part we have, and all the way around the circle is 360. So that's like 31 over 180. We don't have to simplify. How long is the crust for this slice of pizza? Well, we know that this is the crust. If we wanted to do exact, it would be 14 pi, right? 2 times 7. I sometimes like doing exact so I don't have to worry about all those messy decimals. How long is the crust? So that would be 14 pi. And then you are going to multiply this fraction. Okay? And you can choose either one, doesn't matter, because they're equal. So you take your whole circumference and you're going to, I want this portion of that pizza. So that's 7.575 inches. Okay, so fraction would be the angle over 360. So this is your fraction of what you have times the whole circle, which is your 2 pi r. So now that's what we want. So the formula, so that would be 2 pi r, that's this, times whatever angle we have over 360. This is your arc length formula. Which sometimes we have it as S, so arc length 360 times 2 pi r. Okay? So arc length here is L. I don't know why they have L. So now let's talk about area. So what is the total area of the large pizza? Well, area, remember, pi r squared. So now, so this is pi times 7 squared, which is 49 pi, or so Mr. Wilcox cuts a slice of pizza that makes an angle of 74 degrees. What fraction of the whole circle is this angle? Well, what we did up there, we take what we have divided by the total. So 74 divided by 360. So now, what is the area of the slice of pizza? Well, this is my whole area, and I'm using 49 pi just because I don't have to deal with all the messy decimals, times your 74, that fraction, over 360. So 331.643 inches squared. So remember, we're taking the fraction times the whole thing. So a formula, so this right here was your area formula, which was pi r squared, and then we have your degree over 360. So this is your area of sector, which is just your A, so now I want you to see if you can think about what would be the formula for the crust length and area if the angle was measured in radians instead of degrees. So the difference between radians and degrees, remember, is the units. So if it's 360 all the way around in degrees, what's all the way around in radians? So that would be pi r squared times degrees over 2 pi for your area, and then arc length would be 2 pi r times over 2 pi. Now if you see, there's some similarities. So we have pi here. So we could simplify, so the pi's could cancel out because there's a pi on top and a pi on bottom. So now this would be theta times r squared all over 2. And this would be 2 pi and 2 pi cancel out, so this would just be r times theta, actually. So, kind of crazy. But this whole equation is the same. So you can just remember this whole thing of whatever area times the fraction will get you your answer. So, so find your circumference or your area is your first step. So you got to remember 2 pi r or pi r squared. And then you find the fraction that you want. And then you multiply the fraction by your circumference or your area. So let's do let's just you do 1 and 2, and then that will be your homework for today. So you are doing 1 and 2 for the rest of this page. So I set it up, we did several of them. So these are your steps of finding arc length and area of a sector. So finish the rest of this page, and that's what you are showing me tomorrow. Or whenever you do this video. You'll show me on Wednesday, actually. So hope you have a good long weekend, and I will see you soon.